Hi guys, welcome to Lisa Loves. I thought I'd give you a little review of a movie I watched last night, which I found pretty interesting, called Bad Samaritan. This is a 2018 movie and it stars Neil Tennant of Doctor Who fame. This movie follows two lads who are petty criminals. They break into people's houses, they steal things and sell them on, and they come up with a scheme of working as car valet. What are they called when they park your car for you? We don't have that here really. Or maybe I've just never been anywhere posh enough. You know where you go into a restaurant and you give your keys to someone and they take your car and park it? I do not think that exists in the UK or Ireland. Maybe it does in posh places. So anyway, they do this outside an Italian restaurant and Neil Tennant's character turns up in a Maserati and they're like, yes, we've hit gold here. So the plan is, one stays outside while the customer is inside. The other takes the car. Most people have their home address programmed into the sat-nav. Mistake. Go to the person's house, see what you can nick. And they do this. And this is what they do on different customers, but they do this on Neil Tennant and find out they've bitten off a little bit more than they can chew. In the synopsis, it tells you this. Neil Tennant is a bit of a bad boy. And he has got a young girl trussed up, sitting in a chair in chains and leather, not leather clothes, don't get excited, trussed up like a horse with a bit between her mouth and like all chained up. And when one of the lads goes in to rob the house, he goes to the computer to look for passwords and he finds this girl. Meanwhile, Neil Tennant's character is coming out of the restaurant. He wants his car back. And the other guy is calling him frantically to get him back, and he has to leave this girl, and he can't forgive himself. So the movie follows his attempts to both get the police to try and rescue this girl, and when he finds that's not working, to see what he can do personally. Everything I've told you there, most of what I've told you there, is in the synopsis. I find this a really interesting little film. I read reviews on this and heard other people talk about it and they were quite negative about it, said it was really dull. But I personally really enjoyed this. The acting was fantastic. Neil Tennant was a creepy bugger. He really was. I like Neil Tennant. He's just like one of these usually sickeningly sweet characters. I've always liked him when he's been interviewed. He comes across really well. But he's such a horrible person in this. It's like, oh my goodness, you're nasty. But he plays a part so well. You don't really know exactly what's going to happen or where it's going to go, how he's going to succeed in what he wants to do, even if he is. But I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say it's definitely not a horror, it's more in the thriller camp. But it's a really good little watch, a really interesting little watch. And I would heartily recommend it to you guys. I would give this one maybe a 7 out of 10, which is a pretty good score. It's definitely worth your time to check it out and see what you think. So I will leave that there for today, and it's over and out from Lisa Loves.